about 6:41. The dating app Bumble has been known for setting its own standards for how people should behave on the internet. It has banned shirtless and underwear mirror selfies and photos of guns.
Max Massey explains the company making clear there's no place for body shaming on any kind on its platform.
Bumble updated its terms and conditions this week to explicitly list physical appearance among other discriminatory language that it does not tolerate. The list also includes race, color, ethnicity, national origin, religion, disability, sexual orientation, gender expression, and gender identity. The updated policy comes as Bumble looks to make its debut on Wall Street. The company filed paperwork earlier this month for an initial public offering, an IPO. According to the filing, the Bumble dating empire counted 42.1 million monthly active users as of the end of September. In the blog post this week, the company says body shaming may entail projecting an opinion of what is a good body in a bio on the platform or critically commenting on someone's body or health in a direct message to someone else. As other tech platforms have found, however, setting a new policy is one thing, but enforcing it can be a lot more challenging. The company says it's going to be using automated safeguards to detect comments and images it prohibits, and that it will also rely on people reporting individuals for body shaming. Individuals will receive a warning, and repeated incidents or particularly harmful comments will result in being banned from Bumble. The body shaming policy is just the latest way that Bumble has aimed to set the company apart as a female-friendly platform. A female-friendly platform. A female-friendly platform.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to show this quick article right here. It was written by some individual named Candice Jalili. This is the person. She looks like a walking feminist. I feel sorry for the individuals that's in the New York City area, whether it's Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, Yonkers, all of the sectors of New York. I feel bad for you. I remember I used to love going to New York, man. Those days are a wrap. Walking feminist. Not to digress. Scroll down a little bit, but basically because she wrote an article about a girl that got ghosted. I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with Curved on Hot 97. A lot of people have these little segments now to where they have follow-ups with dating, like the first dates and what happened, what went wrong, why did you get ghosted and shit like that. We have an individual who obviously didn't look or didn't appear the same way as she did on her pictures. And that's a big turnoff for guys. All you women living in today's world use nothing but filters to hide your little blemishes, when you have to understand that those blemishes, those beauty marks, those scars and everything, that's what makes you you. Men aren't out here taking pictures with filters and shit in that nature, bro. Men are giving you clear-cut pictures, real-life pictures, no filters involved. All you women who are a little bit heavy, stop taking headshots. We already know what time it is when you only taking pictures and all we can see is your head and your shoulders. We already know what time it is. A lot of women have a small head but a big body. It is what it is. Y'all looking for dudes that are 6 feet, got 6 figures, got a 6-pack, the whole shebang. But then when a guy says that he has a preference, then it's a whole fiasco. But let's check this shit out. This woman, they thought that they were hitting it off and everything. Then they went on the first date. Then I guess this guy, he basically ghosted her because I guess she was big in real life. So he basically made a different profile and basically said, please don't be fat in real life. It can sound harsh, but it is what it is. A lot of these women say more harsher things because they're more toxic. She wrote an article and then Bumble got back to her talking about, hi, Candace, we saw your article about Angelina, who was ghosted by a horrific human. Do you mind sending us your email? We are trying to track down this user to ban him from Bumble. Thank you. They think that they were doing this man a disservice or they were punishing him by banning him from a dating app that is a cesspool of toxicity and femininity and all of the negative things that you could think that correlates with a woman in today's world. Narcissistic, masculine, multiple baby fathers, multiple personalities. The list goes on. This article is from 2017. Just to let you know right now, in 2021, a lot of men are doomed if they're trying to go on this dating app for anything other than trying to get some ass. You're not going to find no woman on these dating apps. Maybe in the early stages when they first started, but right now you're not finding any wife material on a dating app, bro. All these girls, you mean to tell me that they can't find somebody to get along with in real life? They have to go on a dating app. Meanwhile, you got the other girls on the other end that use these dating apps as attention seekers because they are big attention whores. They have all the dating apps, they have all the social media apps, and they can't find one dude for some companionship. It is what it is. Let's go. Let's keep going because I want y'all to just see what time it is with these dating apps. He says, and they were dead serious about it. I gave them my email, and eventually we tracked down the jerk who made a Bumble bio aimed at fat shaming girls. After a bunch of emails shot back and forth, I finally received this email from an exec over at Bumble. Hi, Candace. I received a confirmation that this profile has been blocked on Bumble. Thanks so much for helping us track down the user and bringing the situation to our attention. Have a nice weekend. Bumble's guidelines clearly state they don't tolerate disrespectful behavior on their app. We're a diverse community. This means you should respect other people's beliefs, interests, and property while on Bumble. So why didn't they respect his beliefs? But I guess it's only the feminist way. Check it out, though. You should have behaved the same way on Bumble as you would in real life. So you mean to tell me that dudes won't behave this way in real life? But check this shit out. Check this out. That's right, you guys. The feminist dating app lived up to his reputation by kicking off the douche lord who thought it would be socially acceptable to fat shame girls on his profile. The feminist dating app. So all you men, young men, you have to understand that the dating app was never in your best interest. It's for women to feel better about themselves. It's for women to make them feel like they are in control. They are talking to this dude, that dude, multiple guys at one instance, and then they wonder why they don't know how to make a decision. Then they wonder why they can't pick a good guy because they are trying to mash all the personalities from 5 to 10 to 15 guys and make it into one dude. It's not going to happen. You want to talk about beliefs and everything. These women disregard men with the slightest thing, slightest instance, slightest thing that comes from your mouth, and they want to disregard you in the quickness. How does that make any sense? I don't even want to read the rest of this article. Y'all can check it out right here, talking about zero tolerance when it comes to condescending jerks. I told you this woman that wrote the article is a walking feminist. Want to call men misogynistic, cisgender men, this, that, and the third. And then these people from Bumble, they double down. They throw all their chips in the middle of the table and say, we are going to associate with Amanda Seales. For anybody that doesn't know what or who Amanda Seales is, let's dive in.
But I feel as a woman who makes it my business to be a warrior for the truth, that it needs to be said. I, on my podcast and on The Breakfast Club, spoke about an individual who had approached me on the internet and who we spoke on the phone, and that they said some troubling things in the conversation that made me take a step back, and that also with literally like no investigation, it was brought to my attention that he had sexually harassed a woman by opening the door when she came to meet him for a date butt naked, and then telling her that she was the one who was overreacting, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I heard that one story and was just like, whoa, that's crazy. When I spoke about him on my podcast and on the Breakfast Club, I didn't say his name. I literally just said a couple like characteristics about him, and it has been shocking and incredibly discomforting to me how many women, 8 as of tonight, that have come forward to say his name. They knew exactly who he was, to say his name, and that he had been incredibly problematic and, behaved in a very sexual, predatory way with them that some have said could have gotten him fired. So I say all that to say, if you are approached by Myron Rolle, you should just be mindful. I don't have empirical proof, but I've had enough women come forward saying that he was incredibly inappropriate with them, that I feel it would be inappropriate of me to not put the word out there that there is a man that is not being okay with women.
The so-called warrior for truth with no empirical proof is down to slander and pander. But wait, there's more.
Thank you.
Everything was
Even if it
jumbled
was
up.
a hoax, this is really happening all the time. And even if it was a hoax for the sake of bringing attention to this, then I'm like, that's low-key noble. Like, I'm at my wit's end about us centering situations like this and wanting to make people have to pay. And it's like, Emmett Till's accuser.
So you mean to tell me that the warrior for truth with no empirical proof would think that it's low-key noble for an individual to stage a hoax? Look at Adrian's facial expression. Her facial expression speaks volumes. And if anybody was wondering who she was referring to, she was referring to that Jussie Smollett character. That homosexual that said that he got mauled by two Nigerian brothers wearing MAGA hats, 2 a.m. in Chicago in the wintertime. If you already know what the temperature is in Chicago in the wintertime, you knew that the story was a damn lie. Talking about he's about to go get some fucking Subway. Now, not only is this a boy cried wolf situation, what if a homosexual really gets his ass whooped? I guess we're supposed to automatically believe him now. This woman, who is a perpetual victimhood chick, is down with the cancel culture that she tried to cancel a brother, Myron Rolle, who is a former NFL player, and he transitioned into neurosurgery. How many brothers make that transition? You don't hear about that too often, if at all, bro. She tried to slander the man's name with no empirical proof. Talking about 8 women came to her. Who the hell are you to come to? Why wouldn't they go to the police and make a police report? Who the hell is Amanda Seales other than a D-list comedian / actress, whatever, a loudmouth? Because I bet she goes by an activist. That's why I got it on this still shot right here, because all this individual does is run her mouth. All this feminist, womanist, this woman empowerment nonsense, all the race card shit, all that tragic mulatto shit because your father wasn't there in your life. Now you got these race issues and all this nonsense. Now you want to bring up race. You want to have your afro out so sisters could ride with you because you already know that they think with their emotions first. I already peeped some sisters that fell victim to this shit because they're impressionable. They put these women on a pedestal because they have such a platform and they wanna have something to correlate, to correspond with these individuals. Meanwhile, they're just getting used like a pawn. And it's sad, but you know what I'm saying? You can only say so much to these individuals because they don't really see what's going on. So you just got to keep it pushing. We already understand that this Bumble, Tinder, whatever it is, but Bumble for right now is a feminist dating app. Like the article said, is living up to its reputation. They want fellas to settle with big broads. They want you to be happy going on dates with big broads. Meanwhile, these broads could curve whoever, ghost whoever, name their standards, do whatever the hell they want, and nobody will bat an eye. They think they're doing brothers a disservice by banning them, but they're actually helping them because maybe brothers could go and search for women in more healthier ways other than swiping, trying and hoping for a match and hoping for an individual to even send that first message to you. Why don't you go on Facebook Messenger, go to the coffee shop, go to the grocery store, go to the gym, all these other places to where you can meet a sane individual other than the toxic dating pool, which is just a cesspool of toxic women, bro. Masculine energy, narcissists, feminists. Who the hell wants to deal with these individuals? And then you throw on daddy issues and mommy issues on top of it. A lot of these women have carpet munched, scissored before. They have arm sleeves because they love the pain. They popping prescription pills. They're drinking Henny outside of the bottle with no ice. Who wants to deal with that, bro? Then they bring this woman into the mix and they say, I have a bright idea. We can help women. We're going to bring Amanda Seales into the mix so she can help women level up small talk with these virtual dates. Eureka. In this goofy ass still shot right here, she was on a virtual date with his spineless brother talking about, if I had a burger and we were out to eat and it had pickles on it and I wanted to return it, would you say something about that? And of course the spineless brother said, no, if you didn't want any pickles on it, then it's your right to return it. Meanwhile, she never stated that she made the request to the server for no pickles. I guess everybody's supposed to make the assumption that this individual doesn't want pickles on their burger because she's a mulatto, I guess. I guess we're just supposed to make these assumptions. That's the narcissist in a nutshell, bro. Everybody's supposed to know what they did wrong. Everybody's supposed to know the next move to make to help or the next move to prevent from hurting them. Everybody's to blame, but she's stagnant in her situation to where she just complains, she bitches, and she plays the perpetual victimhood chick. How are you going to help anybody else but just cause the great divide in this world, as if there isn't already a divide going on with the race card getting pulled left and right? These women are toxic, and you could smell them a mile away if you're on your game. Like I said, avoid these dating apps, man. It's a cesspool. It's a time consumer because you could be doing some other shit with your time than swiping, looking at these individuals. These are women. You mean to tell me we're living in 2021 and these women can't get one dude to lay up with on the couch and watch Netflix with, bro? There's something wrong with that picture. Yo, man, I'm going to sum it up right there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out.